listening to Soundcheck with the Moose.
This is Noah Shark from Motigrator, and you're listening to Moose's Soundcheck on Metal Moose Radio.
Oh, what's up, gang, man? So, I'm just going to be honest with you. I've been awake for about 20 minutes. So, I might be a little loopy, little tired, it's what happens. But this is Soundchecked with Moose, coming to you from the Moose Pit here in Oklahoma City. Today's show's a little bit different. Now, this year we've been doing genre shows. And I wanted to break up the monotony a little bit. I mean, I've still got tons of genres to do. Haven't reached a bunch of them yet. But I wanted to kind of get back and do what I just normally did like last year. And just play a bunch of music and say what I think about it. And also the other meaning behind this show was that people are always like, dude, I know you're busy. This is like 10 songs I got yesterday. I mean, so it's all like new stuff. Actually, it's been like a week ago now, but it's all new stuff that I haven't heard, that you haven't heard, and this is this just in show. So it's a little bit shorter, but it's a bunch of new releases, and we're gonna have fun with it and talk about tacos and since I know 102.7 WSNR is waiting for this, I'm gonna get it done as quick as possible. Yeah, man, that's why I'm awake, because I hold tight to my schedule minus the holding tight to the schedule part. My real job in real life decided they wanted me to work different hours, and hey, so I may end up changing the show day till Thursday. Warning stations, show day may become Thursday from now on. You know, I think back in 2014 when I first started doing this, it was Monday. Then I think it was a Sunday, and now we're Tuesday is my normal day, but it's looking like Thursday is becoming very attractive. It's my day off, it's one of my days off, and that gives me a little bit of time to do it other than trying to fit in a huge show between work and being dad and eat and sleep. Sleep being extremely important. So, yeah, man, so what you're going to get today is a bunch of new releases from a bunch of stuff I just got in. What is it? Who is it? Screaming Beast. Okay. Oh yeah. So the first song, I guess I should talk about that. It sounded like a millennial in the basement, like pissed off because their parents took their PS4 away. The production all echoey and sounded like they were listening to like I Hate God and just moaning and screaming. They're angry because Hillary Clinton didn't get elected or whatever. Whatever. They cry about everything. It was all right. It was kind of weird. It was like Sabbath, a bad Sabbath recording, but cool. I'll give it 3.5 tacos. Let's get on to the next one. It's Soundchecked.
Hey, this is Caesar from Zero Theorem, and you are listening to Moose's Soundcheck on Metal Moose Radio.
for fame, to not forget this moment. This display of you, the for what you hold and seek. Through pain, strive, struggle to your core. From place, free, seek, fear, fight, blast, dash, destroy, cut, twist, free. From place, free, seek, fear, fight, blast, dash, destroy, cut, twist, free. Give it to freedom. This is what we learn. Give it to save them. Lose and save. Give it to freedom. This is what we learn. Give it to save them. Lose and save. Scream and shout, I'll knock you out to endless waves of glow. A life on struggle, endless battle for what you know. Rich or poor, I'll take some more. This fear and doubt is low. To grow your reach and learn to teach, our strength you must besiege. Not all men are born brave, but all can become. Transcend, comprehend, suspend. We grow, we twist, we turn, we burn. We grow, we moan, we fight, we burn. From this moment, courage is your birthright. We twist, we turn, we
Where you get rated in tacos. Only on Soundcheck.
A little bit of Screaming Beast there. Looks like, really like the guitar tone. Really wet and thick. There's a lot of Pantera-isms going on in that song. A lot of it is just the vocal cadence. Thought we were young to hate one another. Through the new wave of power. Anybody else catch that? It wasn't like a direct ripoff. It just reminded me of the cadence that Phil uses. I think the melodies overlapping were a little heavy in the mix for me personally. I mean, I like the melodies, but they were just like heavy, and it really jacked up the balance of the song. Pretty cool though. Pretty cool. Not bad. I like them. I think a little work on the mix, and the singer is not bad, but I don't really believe he doesn't sell his emotion to me. I think it's supposed to be kind of like angry in there, and then he throw in the melodies. I would work with the vocalist a little bit. That's just me. Like I said, he's not bad. It didn't sell me. Loved the tone of the guitars, like I said. Interesting tune. I'd give it probably a 3.5 taco. It's not bad. It's not a band that I want to pick up on Metal Coffee PR. You know what I mean? Not yet. But if, they're getting there. So, I'm really choosy about who I put on Metal Coffee PR. I want my PR to have quality, insane, good bands, and I try to find excellent matches. So, not those guys couldn't be on Metal PR. Not saying that at all. I'm just explaining that I try to really, really sign quality. So, yeah, man. So, coming up next is a band called Deja Mort. I like the name. Sounds kind of gothic, vampire chick band or something. Of course, it's French, I think. Et sans petit. Cruel et sans. No, Freud cruel et sans petit. It's a lot of French words. Sounds like I'm ordering a sandwich. Can I get extra mayo on that? And bacon? There we go.
Want to know if you suck?
Hey, you suck.
Send your music to Soundcheck.
So I got to be honest with you. I really like that. Like 4.5 taco like. Great energy, awesome energy. Like the production was just dirty, but I hated the drum sound. It was just so muddy. I was going to try to do this in a French accent, but number one, I'm not sure if they're French, and number two, I do a terrible French accent, so we're not going to do that. But that was damn good. Like, I put that in the... I just burped. That was cool. I'd put that in the possible best of 2018 folder, because, yeah, that was awesome. I'm a total fan of that, too. I really am. That was good. I'm a fan. Like, I love the youthy anger. You know, it was what I always say that when I hear a song, if it's a song that I heard walking into one of my kids' room and I was just terrified, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be dangerous and rebellious, and it's supposed to scare parents and, you know, church leaders and all that stuff. It's supposed to be terrifying. It's what rock and roll is all about. It has been since the very beginning. They want to, you know, terrify people and make girls happy, which is weird. I don't know how that works, but it somehow that correlated together, and guys could be really angry. Rock and roll stars and chicks loved them, and parents hated them. So, I mean, I got the parents hated thing pretty well down, but I'm not a rock star. So, coming up next is a band called, what is it called? Coil Guns. Interesting name. So, sounds kind of angry as well. So, we'll get into this right here. It's the Sound Check with Moose, coming to you from the Sound Pit in Oklahoma City. I said the Sound Pit. It's the Moose Pit. I told you, I just woke up, man. Give me a break. Let's do some metal.
From
Soundcheck on iTunes, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and in your local taco truck.
You can take this way, way back to like even the first Motley Crue album, you know, Too Fast for Love, especially the leather rendition of it. Like, I really like this kind of punky kind of production that's going on, kind of noisy, not real defined at all, like negative on the Velveeta cheese scale, just like sandpaper. And I like it because it gives the music like that really dangerous, angry sound. Like, I don't know how much I'm into the song itself, but I really like the performance and the production. Like, it just sounds pissed. And I think that's cool because there's a lot of non-pissed sounding stuff out there. And then listen, I love it. And I love a lot of that sappy Velveeta music. Don't get me wrong. I will throw on a Bon Jovi CD in a heartbeat. But I like the aggression that's coming out. It's not new, but it seems to be on a growing upward trend with this, you know, piss on production and let's just be mad and bang on things. Either that or they're just really bad at Pro Tools or home recording. You know, one of the two. They could think it sounds amazing and they're listen to it and they're like, oh, hey, didn't you float that 8 channel? No, you didn't. Did we DI the bass? What is the bass? Oh, okay. So we need to talk about that. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I liked it though. I'd give it a 3.75, just based on production and performance. Like the song itself, you know, it's all right. It's another one of those parents are scared of bands, but it's pretty cool. I would listen to it again. You know, it really has that young anger in it. Maybe I'm just getting old, and I wish that I was that cool again. Maybe that's the issue. I'm not trying to say that I'm cool or anything. Trust me, I'm way past that. I'd stopped trying to be cool a long time ago, but I am pretty cool for an old fat guy. Coming up next, a band called Eldritch. This is Soundchecked This Just In edition, and I'm the Moose. This is the Moose Pit. And I want to say, use Gigfly, Gigfly. Look him up on Google. You'll love him. Eldritch, right now.
Text in your request to the Soundcheck Taco line 424-666-7356.
Eldritch. Now there's a big old fat, those big round, when you go to like Little League soccer or baseball games on the weekends with your kids and they make the nachos, that big yellow orange can of nacho cheese, and sometimes it's got jalapenos in it and sometimes not. Sometimes it's jalapeno flavored, whatever. Big old can of cheese. That's what Eldritch was right there. Big hunk of just cheese, melted, cheesy. And I loved it. That was a great example of nice production, really beautiful melodies, a lot of things in that music that are marketable to a lot of people. And it can go, there's always those guys that are into like, gutted nuns from Afghanistan, but they secretly in their closet they have like a Rhapsody CD, so it's marketable to a lot of people. That's a band I would sign to Metal Coffee PR right there. That's a band that I think I could send out to record labels and magazines and radio, and they would go, now that I'm paying attention to. Of course, that's just my opinion. But hey, Eldritch, if you want to sign up to Metal Coffee, let me know. I would get your music all the hell over the place. I'm really good at that. I'm terrible at radio shows, but I'm a killer PR guy. So I'm having a lot of fun, man. Coming up next is a band. Now, listen, sometimes a name says so much about a band. Now, I've never heard this band, but just judging by their name, it's going to be ugly. And it makes me think of the guys on the Geico commercial. Yeah, you'll understand. This band is called Cave Bastard, and Cave Bastard. That's when you see your kids wearing a shirt that says Cave Bastard. You're like, okay, all right. Look, I know you're in third grade and you're an adult now, but we just can't do the Cave Bastard shirt yet, ever. Okay, Cave Bastard on Soundcheck. Here we go.
Hey, this is Chadwick from 3 Left, and you're listening to Moose on the Soundcheck.
Wow. If you weren't just like, you know, neck down, just air guitar with that look on your face like you're eating like an atomic sweet tart, just other hand in the air, just rah. You're not human. That was so good. That was, I don't even know if we really got a vocal. We got some sort of a whisper, kind of like a, I don't know, subliminal message to bang thy head. Wow, that was Cave Bastard. I will go back and listen to more Cave Bastard, and that is a huge compliment because I hear so much music. I don't take a lot of time to listen to a lot of bands that are on the show. By the way, if you guys hear that all the time, I wear a chain link bracelet on my right arm, and every time I touch the table, it makes that annoying noise. And I know it's annoying, and I'm sorry. I try to keep my hand up, but then I look like I'm, you know, giving signals to something, and it just is very strange. So, yeah, I wanted to explain the clanky noise. Okay, so Cave Bastard, awesome. I would totally give that like a 4.75 tacos. And there wasn't even a vocal. Hopefully their vocalist doesn't suck real bad. And then people are like, yeah, man, Moose said Cave Bastard rules. And then the singer's like, arr! And that would suck. And then I'd feel bad. This next band, talking about names, when I saw the name of this next band, I thought, that's really unique. I'd never heard anything even remotely close. I maybe like Captain Beyond, maybe reminded me a little bit of this. It's one of those really good names, like Dream Theater, you know. Yeah, it was just I saw the name and I was like, I've got to hear this. Because I'm a really, really big believer that the name of your band has a lot to do, not only with your sound, but also your success. Because, you know, if you're named Rectal Wart, I'm not interested. I mean, there may be some people out there, but Rectal Wart just doesn't work. But if you have a band called Melted Space, music geeks like me are going to be like, oh, hell yeah. Melted Space, I can get into that. Green Day, what a dumb name. They'll never make it because I'm an idiot.
sense as long as we have no names. May our first creation give us some reason and define boundaries for the future beings.
Hey metal fans, this is Matt from the band Rectify, and you're listening to The Moose.
It's one of those conversations like I hate having, because that was a really, really, really good song. Nicely produced. Vocals were great. Melodies were fantastic. Everything was like top notch. There wasn't anything bad about it. But what makes me say that's nothing but a Nightwish clone? What about Melted Space made me say to myself, yeah, this is not just a band that sounds like Nightwish. They're different. There's something different about this. But there's not. I mean, look, and my rule is, if you listen to the show, you know this. If you're going to sound like somebody, make it at least as good or better. Now, listen, I think that was probably on par with a Nightwish like B-side. You know, maybe an unreleased cut or something like that. Because I don't think the strength of the song is quite worthy of a Nightwish release on a commercial record. It was really good. There was nothing bad about that. If I'm your normal metal listener, what is going to make me go, I'd rather listen to Melted Space than Nightwish? I don't know that there is anything. We're going to get on to more. Oh, wait. I guess I should say that was probably 4 tacos. Really nice. On to more metal right now. Wow, man. So one of the dangers of not listening to the songs before you make the show is sometimes you pick an instrumental, like I did there. But who was it I played a few minutes ago that I really liked? That's how far my attention span goes. K-Bastard. Just like K-Bastard, that didn't have any vocal in it, but both of those songs were good enough that I want to go back and listen to more of both bands. That was Mournful Congregation, right? And that was really, really, really good. Like that's a 5-star song, produced beautifully, excellent guitar tone, production, very nice, soundscape-ish, took you to another place, sad. Man, that was wicked. That was a fantastic song. Hey, listen, gang, this has been a this Just In show, which is just like an hour of newer stuff that I've gotten in. I'll do these periodically, not very often. And I'm actually only doing this today because John Sweeney over at 102.7 wants a show. And my schedule changed. And so I was going to do the show tomorrow. But I'm doing it now for him. So it's because it's the kind of guy I am. And because I'm like up to my ass in metal PR stuff and I'm a little behind. But coming up tomorrow, we're going to do the full album review of Shadowpath. And then also later today, we continue with the Soundchecked Rumble. This will be the 5th week in a row for the guys in Swirl, which 5 weeks is as much as you can win, because once you win 5 weeks, we'll move you on to the bracket of champions, which will go against each other later at the end of the year. So we'll have a Rumble champion of the world. So I can't tell you who they're going against right now, but because they've just been kicking everybody's ass so much, I thought I better bring on some serious competition, see these guys can withstand the force. So I'm bringing on a heavy hitter, and we'll see, which I love both bands. So, I mean, I think that, you know, it's never about me liking the bands. The Rumble's all about how much the fans want to get involved. So if your fans are involved, you're going to do a whole lot better. I can just promise you that. It's just, if they're involved with what you're doing, yeah, trust me. Like, I need some fans. Like, if I had a couple fans, things would be going better for me. But, you know, I continue to do this and sit in the studio and talk to myself every week, multiple times. And, yeah, it takes a special color, you know, I give up. So, yeah, man, thanks for listening. And I promise I haven't stopped doing 2-hour shows. It's just I'm trying to break the monotony, and I've got a lot of custom shows to do, and I'm behind. That's just the truth of it. So here you go. You got an hour and 5 minutes of killer stuff. And like I said, we'll do these periodically. I'm not sure what I'm doing on the next genre show. I haven't figured it out yet. I've got a lot of stuff lined up in genres I haven't touched yet. So we're going to do something that I haven't done yet. Then I think I decided last night that next year, 2019, I'm going to do what's called the State of Metal. And we're going to do metal bands from each state. See what I did there? Until next time, take care of yourselves. We'll see you.
All rights to the music heard on the Metal Moose are reserved by the authors, their labels, or authorized representatives that permitted their material to be used. The Metal Moose owns no rights to any music played on the show. Go to themetalmoose.com and submit your music to be heard on the show. Metal Moose accepts donations of money, Cheetos, bacon, and naked pictures. Thank you for tuning in and subscribe on iTunes. Rock out while you rack out, and consider yourself moosed.